Hey everyone, I hope you all are safe and doing good. So in the series of learning C++ programming language, we are discussing strings in C++. I have told you in previous video like C++ provide two types of string representation. One is C style character strings and second one is C++ strings. So C style strings we have discussed in previous video, right? Now in this video we will see what are C++ strings. In C++, new type of strings are introduced as like this std, this namespace, this scope resolution operator and string. Because in C++, string is a class. As a class, they have introduced string, right? So if this is a class, we can create object of this type of class, right? So we have a proper, you can say, as a data type in C++, because in C, string is not a data type. We use string as a character array, right? It's not a data type. You cannot write like this, like str and just create a string type of variable. In C this is invalid. In C what we can see? We can write down character array like char and like str. There you can use the length, size of the string. This is valid. So this is character array. You can say this is C style string. But this is not valid. But this we can use in C++. Because in C++ new type of strings are introduced like this. String is a class here which is defined in this header file, which is string, with so many functionalities and member functions are there. So we can use so many functionalities with string, right? So strings are basically, we can say, objects which are represented as sequence of characters in C++, right? So strings basically you can say are objects in C++ that represents sequence of characters, right? So in string we can store text, we can store obviously numbers, also any type of data information we can store using string. And one advantage is what, you don't have to specify the size at compile time. These are not of fixed size, right? This is drawback in C style string. But if you use C++ style string, this is valid in C++. This is how we can define a string, right? So here this str is, you can say, it's an object because string is a class in C++, right? And to use string and all the member function of string, we use this header like hash include string. You have to include this header, although without including this also it will work fine if you include that IOStream header, because automatically with this this would be included, but sometimes it will not give the proper result. It depends, it is implementation dependent. So better to include, whenever you are using vector, better to include especially vector header file. When you are using string, better to include separately string header file. When you are using pair, better to include separately utility header, right? And in C++ these strings, see, when in C we used to concatenate two strings, then we use strcat, this function, right? But in C++, if you are going to concatenate two string, you can use this plus operator, right? So plus can also be used for addition as well as for concatenation of two strings in C++, right? So we can use these operators like plus, or for comparison we can use double equal to for equality, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. These operators we can use with strings. So this is going to make your our life easy and simpler. So we can say, we can write down this code with so much simplicity rather than using those functions strcmp, strcat. Just use plus, just use these symbols, right? So the code would be more readable and easy to write, right? So we can say these C++ strings provide many advantages over C style string. Like I already told you one thing, that is dynamic size. You don't have to provide fixed size, right? And this binary operator supports in C++ they provide, but you cannot use these type of operator with the C style string, right? As well as many member function are there which we can use on strings. So all these things I'll show you practically, right? Let's see now with this thing with the help of program. So just create a new file and include those headers. Now how to define or declare a string? Just use this string, this keyword and the name of the string str. That's it. No need to specify the size and all, and this will work fine. So string is basically, if more precisely you say, then str is an object of class type string, right? Or we can initialize it something like this, like str equal to I have Jen. In C style string, we cannot initialize this thing, right? If you use like character array, then array name is equal to this. That is invalid. That we have discussed in previous video, right? So this is fine. Now if you want to print, then simply str, and let me show you. See, you will get Jenny, right? Or we can use this type of bracket also, this round bracket, and it will work fine. See, Jenny would be printed, right? So one more thing we can do, like str1, or let's take this str1, this is str2, and here also we can specify like this. str2 Khatri. Without equal to also it will work fine, or you can write down here equal to as well, right? Now this is str1. So let's print both str1 and endl str2. Let's run this, and it will print Jenny and Khatri to string, right? So without equal to or this also it will work fine. Now with another string, like I have str3 and I want to initialize with str2. So this is also fine. Rather than str2, now if you print str3, then str3 is also initialized with str2. In str2 we have Khatri, so Khatri would be there in str3 as well. So we are printing just 1 and 3, these strings, not 2. So it will print Jenny and Khatri. Okay, let's run this and I'll show you. See, right? So with another string we can initialize a string, and if in a string you want to, there is a string in which only one character or single thing is repeated, so that is also that thing we can also achieve with this, like 10 times which character A is repeated in this string, right? And I want to print C out at this str4 in a new line. So let's put here endl. Let's run this and see. Okay, it is printing only A. So okay, in this case there would be these type of round bracket, not curly bracket. Let's run this and see what output you will get. See, A is printed 10 times, right? So make sure you have to take care of this thing. One more thing I want to show you, like str5. So we have these two things, these two type of definition of the string, or you can say initialization of the string. String 5 I'm going to initialize with str1, and I'm just providing 3 here. And in str6 I want to provide a proper string. I'm writing here as a string literal I'm using. This is a C string literal, right? And here also I'm providing 3. So what do you think? What output you will get here? str5 and str6. Let's run this and see. Okay, no need to select this. See, first is ny and next is pra. So in str1 in string we have Jenny, right? And 3. This 3 means from which position the string to be copied in str5, right? From position 3rd, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this ny would be in this str5. In this case we are providing C string literal. So here if you provide this number, it means from starting from 0 to this is what the length of the string. So 1, 2, 3 till A. pra would be there, right? pra would be initialized in this str6. So you need to take care these two types of initialization, right? Now let's concatenate, or let's take input from user. Like I want to ask from user the username. So in that case what you will do, let's comment out all these things, and I have taken str1, a string, and from user I want to take input. Enter your name and cin str1. Sorry, str1, because this is our string. The name is str1, and I just want to print again str1. That's it. Let's run this. With cin, obviously we can take input from user. Enter your name. So Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, and Jenny two times. One is taking input and one time it is printing. Right? So if you remove the cndl, that will work fine. But the thing is, again, run this, and I'm entering my name, Jenny Khatri. In that case, it is taking only Jenny. This thing also we have discussed in previous video, no Khatri. Because this extraction operator will stop taking input as soon as it will find any white space or new line. So after Jenny, I have given a space. So if it sees any space, then it will stop taking input. So it will take input Jenny only, and it will print Jenny only. So what if I want to take a complete line as an input? With space also, my complete full name, Jayanti Khatri Lamba, Jenny's lectures, hi, welcome, this kind of thing. So for that we have a function, that is getline function, that we can use. So that function, how we can use? With cin. So rather than cin here, what is the function? Getline. The first argument of this is cin, right? And the next is this variable where you want to obviously store the string variable, string object str1. And now let's print str1. So let's run this, and it will take complete line as an input, like this line. So Jayanti Khatri Lamba, hi, welcome. Right? As soon as you will print any, you will enter a new line, or whenever you will print enter, it means you are pressing, we are indicating for a new line. Right? So as soon as getline will find the new line, then it is going to stop taking input. Right? So this is how we can use this getline function. And this getline function is defined in this string header file. So let's comment out this line. This time also it will work fine. See. Right? Why so? Because automatically if you include this header IO stream, then these string is automatically has been included in your program. Right? But better to include this explicitly, because maybe sometimes you will get any undesired result if you are using the member function or something with string. So better to include this string header. Right? Okay, now how to access element, or you can say a particular character from a string. How to access a string? Using @ as well as using subscript we can access. Let me show you this thing. So if suppose in str1 I have this, and you want to access any particular character, so str1 using subscript you can access, like 0 if you want to access, then it will give you j. See, right? Any index you can access, like if you want to access at 7 I think we have k or h, so it will give you h. Or with @ function also we can access @ and there I want to same 7, so both will give h and h. Let's put here endl. But main difference between this is what h and h. This will not give any bound checking. If I access here 17, let's comment out this. Let's run this. Ideally it should throw an error or exception, but it is not printing anything and no error and all. So this kind of thing is not checking any bound. Bound checking is not there. But if you are using @, then here it will do bound checking. If I comment out this thing and if I access 17 using this @ function, then see it will give terminate call after throwing an instance of out of range exception. Right? So this is, you can say, advantage of using @. Bound checking is there with this. Using range based for loop also we can print, like if you want to use that range based for loop, then obviously we have what, char data type, because it's nothing but a character array, right? Char C and from str1, and then C out just C, and it will print the entire string Jenny Khatri. And in new line, if you want to print every single character, then you can just put endl, and after every printing of every character there would be a next would be printed in new line, right? But what if I take here int, what do you think, what it will print? Just pause the video and write down in the comment section what it should print. Here data type is int C and str1. Let's run this and I'll show you what it will print. See, it is printing ASCII value of the characters, because we are taking the C as int. So it will convert J in ASCII value and that would be printed, right? So now let's discuss those concatenation and this thing with these strings. So if you want to concatenate two strings like Jenny Khatri, this is first name, this is last name, and I want to concatenate these two strings. So simple, we can do what? C out str1 plus str2. As simple as that. See, it will give you Jenny Khatri. See, now no, you don't have to use strcat, those functions and all. So easily I can write down this thing. We can use these binary operator with string. So this is beauty of C++ strings. Right? We cannot do this thing with C style string. If I write here rather than this, suppose if you want to do Jenny, and let's take here Khatri, it will give error C plus. This expression must have integral or unscoped enum. Means this plus is now adding as though for addition. So it is expecting here integer or enum. We cannot concatenate, we cannot add these two string with plus. Like we cannot concatenate the C style string with plus, right? So this will give you error. But this is fine. C out. If I concatenate like str1 plus I want a space in between Jenny Khatri, so that is fine. Str2. So this is obviously a string literal, and if I want to add here plus one more thing, lamba. See, it is printing Jenny space Khatri. There is no space between Khatri and lamba because you haven't given any space here, right? So you can concatenate a C++ object, right, or a C++ string with C style string literal. This is fine, but you cannot concatenate two C style string literal with plus. Okay. So this is your assignment. One assignment is for you. In str1, just take this thing 10, and in str2 just take any integer 5, and you have to do str1 plus str2. What it should give? Let me know in comment section. And if you want to find out length of a string, then we have a length function that we can use. So if you want to find out length, C out length of suppose str1 is, just use this length function. That's it. And the length is 5, so it should print 5. See, it is printing 5. Length of str1 is 5. Or rather than length, sometimes we can use size as well. This will also work fine. Now if you want to compare two string, then you can use less than or greater than this thing like C out str1 equal to str2. I just want to print this thing. So obviously you have to put this in bracket, and let's see what it will print. str1 str2 equal to no. So what it should print? Okay, let's just comment out this and this. 0 means like false. these are not equal. And if I write here Jenny, str1, str2 both are Jenny. So let's run this and see what it will print. 1, true, right? False or true it is going to give you. And same less than equal to, those also we can use like str1 less than str2. So what does this mean, str1, str2? Sorry, less than or greater than 0. 1, this is true and this is false because these are equal. So if I take here Khatri, let's comment out this line. So you have to use this comparison operator, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, this thing. 1, it's true. Yes, str1 is less than str2. These are comparing based on these ASCII values of the character. ASCII value of j, ASCII value of k. ASCII value of j is obviously less than ASCII value of k. The first character is to be compared, right? And yeah, it will give you true. Yes, right? So use these less than, greater than and all these operators. This is your assignment, right? But say we can compare only to these string objects, C++ style string. You cannot compare those C style string later. Like here you write in those double quotes Jenny and here you write in double quotes Khatri. That will give you error. But you can compare str1, this C++ style string and 1 later. Like str1 is Jenny and this is capital J. In str1 we have small Jenny and here we have capital J and E N and Y. So what do you think what it will print? Let's run this. Okay. It is printing 0, false. Because small j ASCII value is more than capital J ASCII value. That is why it is 0, means false. It is not less than. So try out these different things. So there are many more member function also that we can use with string object. Those function we'll see, some of those function we'll see in next video, right? So I hope basics of C++ strings are clear to you guys, right? Now in the next video we'll see some more member functions we can use with strings or string objects, right? So now I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Take care.